Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are making another classic cocktail, and we are making the Mojito. It is it's an interesting cocktail, right? It's something that is really beloved by our guests, and every bartender that I personally know hates making the thing. It's a fairly simple drink to make, but when you see it come off the printer on a busy Friday or Saturday night, you're just like, ah. So that said, there's not a cocktail that I know that people really enjoy more. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do, you see a lot of people when they're making the mojitos, they put a couple mint leaves in there and then they just muddle it to death, right? And the reason that I personally don't do that is the harder that you work these soft herbs like your mints, your basils, all that, you tend to brown them and they tend to go a little bit bitter. So all we do is just take a bunch of mint, and if you'll notice the stems are still on there. This is actually primarily where a lot of the flavor is, as opposed to being in here. So I like to take it, bunch it over itself a few times, just like that, and then just give it a couple tears to really open it up. And that's all I do to the mint. I don't muddle it, none of that. It saves me time, but also I think it produces a much better end result. You don't get any of the bitterness, none of that almost kind of tannic quality. So we're going to start out with 1 ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice into the tin, 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, and again, this is our simple syrup. It's just equal parts by weight sugar and water. And you'll notice that it's a little bit less simple than we use for lime. I typically don't recommend that, but in this case, the rum has an almost sweet quality to it that I think you need to make up for when you're building with your lime and your simple. So we're using Bacardi white rum. Really works perfectly in there. It's going to be 1.5 ounces of that. In terms of ingredients, that's really it. Ice our tin, ice our glass. Now, it's up to you if you want to double strain this. I personally do not double strain it. I think most people like seeing the mint in the actual cocktail, and it's important to meet what people's expectations are for a certain cocktail. So we just strain it, and you'll notice not a ton of mint will actually get in there. It'll just be little pieces of mint. And we just top it with a little bit of soda water just to kind of freshen it up a little bit, make it not so heavy. Then we've taken a mint top. We just picked right off the top. I like to leave about 1/2 inch of the stem on there. That way I can just put it right through the lime wheel. And the reason we leave that stem on there is when we set it on the side of the glass, the stem actually balances so that we're left with a garnish that will stay on the glass. Put a nice little crazy straw in there, and let's give it a taste. As I talk about the garnish staying on the drink, it falls off into the ice. So it's exactly what you want. It's bright, it's refreshing, the mint really comes through. It's not too sweet. Like I said, I think the rum makes up for the 1/4 ounce less sugar that we're using in there. And listen, tasting it, like, I understand why people order it. It's delicious. If you say you don't like a mojito, you're a liar. But anyways, if you guys have any questions about the recipe, any questions about how we make it, please leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Give the video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe.